Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm so excited tonight because not only are we going to go over actually like a variety of things, but Stasia is going to show us how she has pulled in 2,000 volume in the past week. All by herself. She's literally been killing it with volume, killing it with customers, and I really want to give her the floor. I want to let her tell you guys everything that she's been doing with host to post and getting these customers. She's going to go over the basics, and I'm just gonna let her actually take it from there. Let me unmute you. Wait, did it work? Did it not? It didn't. Okay. Nope, there we go. Okay. All right, perfect, Stasia. So tell us a little bit about let's start off with where did you start off at the beginning of this month? Let's just talk about that first.
Okay, so last month I promoted to Ruby. I was barely a Ruby. I was literally just had enough volume to be a Ruby. And then this $5,000 bonus came out, and I was like, holy cow, I need $5,000. $5,000 will pay off my debt, besides my car, but my bad debt. It'll help me get a house. It'll help me do all this stuff. Well, I messaged or talked to Brittany at conference, and I was like, Brittany, what do I need to do to get this $5,000? She was like, well, we need to get you Box or Emerald or whatever and get you volume. So I was like, well, there's no way I can do this. So Brittany was like, you got this. So then we went over everything, and I got Box for Emerald, barely being a Ruby at the beginning of the month. And then I was stressing. And then Brittany was like, Stasia, you signed 1 million customers last month, so why don't you just keep doing what you did last month? So it really hit me about a week and a half ago that I needed all this volume, that I signed all these new team members, and I was still trying to help them get started, so I needed to help them sign customers. So I was like, okay, well, I need to start doing host to post. And I literally message all day long. I message. It's so simple. I literally say, hey girl, question, or something along those lines. Then whenever they answer me, I basically say, how would you feel about me posting something on your wall? Or no, how would you feel about me sending you something to post on your wall? All you have to do is tag me, and if I get a customer, I'll send you some free product. And if they say yes, I send them a post, they post it on the wall, and I message literally everyone who comments. That's all I do.
All day long.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about how does that work exactly? Now, does everybody answer you, or how does that work?
No, not everyone answers me. It's like half and half. I have some people say yes, and then the other half just ignore me, and then only half of them actually post for me. So whenever my inbox isn't blowing up or my notifications aren't blowing up, I know it's time to message more people.
Yeah, I like that. And something that Stasia told me the other day, and I thought that was kind of helpful too, is that when you're message a page at a time. We printed out our friends list. That's how we, Stasia's been going through it. And it makes it really simple because you have a page like this, and it's got every single person's name on it. And you go through and you just message and say hey girl, question. And you do do 10 to 15 at a time. When people start responding, because like she said, some people are going to answer, some people don't even answer the hey girl question, okay? And that's how you know they're a butthole. So if they don't answer that, then blow them off, who cares? But once they answer that, go through the steps, and we actually have a file in the team page, and it literally says exactly what this step by step, step 1, step 2, step 3, and here's how you close the deal. So literally, you basically you have to message. Not everybody answers the hey girl question part. Not everybody. Once you say they're yeah, what, what, and then you tell them well, if I send you a post, they're no, not doing that. They don't answer. Okay, great. So whatever. Goodbye. Next person. Then the next person will post it, and then maybe you get customers off of that. That's great. Maybe you don't get customers off of it. Sometimes you're not going to get customers off of it, right? That happens to you, right? Stasia, not everybody comment. Not everybody post it. Somebody's going to comment.
Yeah, but what I've learned is if they don't answer me, or I give them the price and they don't answer me, I put them down for Friday to follow up with, because obviously they're interested. They don't have the money right now. But what was I going to say? There's a lot of people who are coming to me saying that it's not working for them. And honestly, at first it wasn't working for me, but I realized the more I message, the more results I get. Let me read these comments real quick.
Yeah, April said, do you message people you are friends with but haven't talked to them yet?
Yeah, I message everyone. If as long as I'm not like, well, if I think that they would be good on the team, I don't, because I want to build that relationship with them. But if they're just like someone who's on my Facebook that I really don't think would be good on the team, then I'll message them. Haley, I give away if I get one customer, I give them a choice of either a 3-day green sample or one keto coffee sample. And if I get 3 or more, they get a wrap plus the greens or the keto coffee.
I like that. Simple. Okay, so yeah, and that's you don't have to give away a lot, guys, and it's important to and this is what I did too. Like whenever I have products, like what I auto ship things every month, and whenever I'm running out of my green samples, I know that the green samples go on my next auto ship. It's a write-off, and it's really important to have. And like I wouldn't really stress about it right now. Like do host a post and keep track of who you owe greens, and then write it down. And as soon as you have like enough people, like order the greens. You're gonna make more money off of your loyal customers than buying that tub of greens on the go packets to give out. But you can also use greens on the go packets for so many things, guys. I sell greens on the go packets at retail price. I totally add them onto like my polls, and I know Stasia does. She sells keto samples. Dude, I literally had so much money in my PayPal account. The last time I went to order one of my dresses from this boutique I'm addicted to, it was all covered. I ordered 2 dresses from a boutique, and it was covered in keto cash and green cash that I just sold.
Yes.
And
yeah,
there. Customer. So it's a double win.
Well, there was one week I had to pay like my $300, like $250 phone bill, and I didn't have the money, so I just sold wraps and keto coffee, and I had the money in a week.
Yeah, it's so simple because guys, like you're like, who wants to sample it on a poll? People will be like me, and I'll give them the choice of keto coffee. I'm like, hey, like, do you want to make some money for some, like, do you want to try out this keto coffee for $5? Like, I could send you a sample. And they're like, yeah. So just sell it to them. Same thing with the greens. I'm like, hey, you know what? You can try out the greens I do a 3-day or a 5-day. And 3-day is like, I think it's $6, and the 5-day is 10. Yeah, that's how I do it. So it's simple. Make your money back. If you can't afford the full, 35 plus shipping and tax, buy it and then sell them on Instagram because they're going to sell quick, okay? As long as you're being really, really consistent. April said, I did host posts all night. And I've been messing with crazy, and last month I was it isn't as bad as I thought. No, you have to just get out of your comfort zone and do it. You're never going to know like what kind of results and what potential you have until you get out of your comfort zone and just message. It's scary at first, but it literally doesn't even matter. Like once you get doing it, you're gonna get customers, and you're really not gonna care. Deja, how are you staying organized?
So there's 2 different ways. Some days I will literally get a piece of paper because I can't keep my head on straight. But I'll literally get a piece of paper and I will write the person who posted the status for me, and then I underline their name, and then I write everyone below who commented, and I'll just do that. And then whenever someone orders, I highlight their name so I know they ordered. And then now I've just been writing them down in my potential on my potential loyal list, and then whenever they order, I go back and I see who my mutual friend is that posted it, and I do it that way. So I don't have to transfer everything back and forth.
Yeah, I love that. It's super.
And I also screenshot. Whenever I don't have my planner next to me or anything, I screenshot it and I write it down later.
I love the planner for that too. Like I literally keep it with me everywhere, and it's small too, so you don't gotta like.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Gigantic thing. So, April, I sell mine for $5. How much do you sell?
Yeah, for $5. And then I've been doing 1 for $5 or 2 for $8 or something like that.
Yeah. I saw somebody says I sell a ton of keto coffee, 3 packs for $12. So 3 packs, yeah, you could do 1 for 5 or 3 for 12. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's good.
And okay, so I just wanted to calculate this really quick. So I just did quick math. So Stasia, okay, so let's think about this. So you pulled in about 2,000 volume in the past week, okay? If any of you pulled in 2,000 in volume and just kept everything, like let's just say you don't have a team, you're just like by yourself, you're a one-man team right now because you just started. You put in 2,000 of volume, that's immediately a $300 check. Now, if you were to add on, like let's say you started a team member, like you signed somebody up, you help them get their first couple customers, that is also going to be more than 300 because you help them get fast start qualified to make that $100 bonus, so it's automatically a 400. If you sign 2 people, that's $500. It's quick money.
Yeah, guys, I'm making $500 in fast start bonuses on Friday because of host to post.
Yeah, and it's not hard. It's literally not rocket science. And this is the cool thing. So Stasia just gave us the basics of host to post, okay? And it's really that simple. And Stasia has been so awesome and so one team, one mission with this. She's been doing power hours, and she said that tomorrow she's going to host a power hour in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m., and then another one at 10 a.m. Eastern at night, so a.m. and p.m., and she's going to go in depth where we can all hop on and we're going to do like a power hour, but she's going to walk everybody through exactly how she works an hour of host to post. So that way, you know, from step 1 all the way to the end of the conversation, if you have questions, get on. So she can answer every single thing individually. You can just unmute yourself on tomorrow's power hour and say, hey, like, this is my question. I've got this response. And Stasia's going to tell you exactly what she did to, like, how she would answer it or whatever. It's going to be so much more in depth. So that way you can kind of, because it's kind of hard for a big team training for everybody to just throw out like exact specifics. So we're going to do it like we're in smaller portions. So 10 a.m. tomorrow Eastern, 10 p.m. tomorrow Eastern. So we can kind of get that in. And real quick, Cassidy said, what product are you using to get customers in the post?
So like what am I having them post?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been doing 99.9% of my posts are the cleanse. I did a couple of keto coffee just because they already posted the cleanse and they wanted to try it again, and I got a couple customers off keto coffee, but I see better results with the cleanse.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the cleanse is awesome, guys. And then you have them post a picture of a before and after in the comments.
And then I'm going to also teach you guys tomorrow how to upsell with these because that's golden too.
Yeah, she's been selling the crap out of Fit 30s, y'all. Like, literally, it's nuts. 2,000 volume on a what, like by herself? That is nuts, y'all. That is nuts. Okay, so she's been killing it. So she's going to go into detail tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern in the morning and 10 p.m. Eastern at night. We're going to do it, Haley.
Tomorrow, both times, 10 a.m. and 10 p.m.
Yeah, both times for everybody. So if you're on Cali time and 10 a.m. our time's kind of early, you can be on the nighttime one. But let's see. Okay, we only have so it's 27th is tomorrow, so we have 2 full days left. So if I were on Cali time, I would make sure you're on the first one anyways, because you want all day to go through host to post, so you can rock out customers all day long, and pull in as much as you can to finalize promotions. I know we have a lot of promotions. We have a lot of people pushing to go for the 400 club this month. So make sure you're on there to be in the 400 club or to get your promotion or whatever it is, so you can learn how to pull in some quick volume for the excuse me, for the end of the month. Haley, yeah. I was like, is that Haley Hole or is that the other Haley? But now I know, because now you both commented back to back. So, anyways, okay, so that was host to post. Like I said, we're going in depth tomorrow. And then we're going to talk a little bit about distributors too, really quick, because I know last week we had some questions about this, and I know that this week we had it again. So I want to just go over some quick tips as far as getting distributors, and how I signed some, and we can have anybody else who signed a lot of distributors. I know we had a couple people featured last one. This week I didn't have time to go through and look at like the top enroller percent. I know Stage is a top customer enroller because she's just been killing it. But I will go over how I signed all my distributors this month. I've signed I think 10 or 11. And here's something that I think is so crucial, is doing Instagram stories, guys. They are legit my life. And by doing those stories, I find so many people that are interested in the business but are scared to reach out. And I just make polls, and it's like, I'm scared to ask for info, or scared message info, or something so simple, but like just sharing my life, what we're doing. And y'all have no idea. I went on a pizza date with Cammie the other day, okay? And we went out and we ate pizza in my car. Like, we just like had like a picnic day, a mommy and me day, whatever. And I literally got so many messages from that. And they're like, I love watching the way you and Cammie are on your stories. I love watching, you know, how you guys get to live your life and things like that. People are stalking you on there, showing your life, and messaging. It is key. I ask everybody that likes any of my posts, as long as it's not a product post, obviously, but a personal post or a business post, I'm like, hey girl, I noticed you love, you know, you've been liking a lot of my posts about my business. Were you interested, or can I give you some more info on making some extra money? Or were you interested in making some extra money? You know, I keep it so simple, and then I compliment them. I make it so genuine that they don't feel pressured or scared or whatever when I'm talking to them to ask me for info about the business. Because the reality of it is, they're watching me wishing that they could make extra money, but they're scared. They're like, I don't really know what this is. How do they do it? Like, they, regardless of what you think, I'm telling you, every person that I signed up this past month has literally said that. Like, I'm scared. I didn't think I could do it. What is this? You know, I just feel like whatever, like, they feel like, I don't know, I guess I live in a fantasy land or something and make awesome money by living in a fantasy land. That people don't understand what you're doing, what it works is, how you make money, and it's your job to tell them. And if you don't reach out to them, they're not going to sign up, and you're going to be stuck in the same spot month after month after month. People need this business. They need extra money. And, you know, you should not be ashamed to reach out and say, hey, like, I noticed you've been liking a lot of my stuff. Are you interested in making some extra money? I could give you some more info. You know, it's really simple. And it really, you have no idea how much that message could impact somebody's life. Thinking about really quick for the new people on here, because I know you guys don't know this, I actually, I asked Brittany about the business, and I know I asked Ashley about the business. I pretty much, I ask everybody, because yeah, people come to me too, and people do sign up like that. But the majority of my people are coming from me sending messages and saying, hey, like, I noticed you're liking all my stuff. And by doing that, you know, you have that open door. You have that policy to just talk to people and be a real person. Messaging, a lot of people, this is another thing that somebody asked to be covered, is messaging. And messaging, there is no perfect message. You know, I send something totally different than what Brittany said, and Stasia sends different stuff, and Ashley sends different stuff, but it's because we're not the same person. So it's like, you can always look at your message and say, like, if I got this message, how would I feel about it? Just simply say that to yourself. Like, would you get upset or like annoyed or like, ew, why did I get this message? Like, think about exactly how you would think and then send it out. You will learn what to say and what not to say by trial and error. When I was a new distributor, I asked, you know, Brittany signed up like not even like a month after I was in the business. And do you know that I didn't have any training? Like, we didn't have any sort of training like this or videos or anything like that. So I literally just asked her. It was that simple. And guess what? She's here right now. Okay. So it's really not like, you don't have to, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person and you will get better, but you won't get better until you do it. It takes like you have to get out there. You have to have the guts to send the message and do it. And I promise, guys, the worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to say no. You know, I rarely get an ugly message. Have I ever gotten one before? Yes. And I just block them. I'm like, goodbye. Like, I don't have time for you. You know, it doesn't even matter what somebody says to you on social media. You know what I mean? Just like, okay, well, that's nice that you're angry and bitter and you have to yell at people through an Instagram message. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Block. Over with. They're never going to talk to you again. You asked me, and then you started popping up in my newsfeed. Yeah, I asked Haley. And yeah, make sure you follow up. I'm sending a distributor in an hour because I followed up with her for the 6th time tonight. She ignored my last 5 messages. Guys, yes. I can't even tell you how many times some of y'all have ignored me when I followed up with you. And then finally one day you're like, hey, what's up? I'm ready to start up. And I'm like, oh, cool. So glad you're ready to go. So, you know, they're not like meaning, sometimes they're ignoring you because they're just flat out scared. Sometimes they're ignoring you because they don't have the money. And sometimes they're just ignoring you because they forgot. Like, if I'm talking to somebody about something and they forget to answer me, I just automatically assume it's because their kid got in the way, or like their husband was talking to them, or like they let the dogs out. They read my message and let the dogs out, and then they just forgot to do it, come back to it. I mean, it's like, it's common for people to open a message and forget. I do it all the time. So don't feel like scared to assume that their kid had interrupted them because they have to wipe some butt right now. Or maybe assume that if they don't have kids, that they had to let the dogs out, or they're cooking dinner, or their husband's talking to them, or their friend, or they're at work, or maybe they're driving, whatever it is. Assume that something distracted them and they have to come back to it. Okay, so Brittany, do you have anything you want to add on to that? And if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Oh, wait, let me unmute you. There you go.
No, I mean, honestly, you kind of covered it all. The only thing that I would say is if you believe you can or you can't, you're totally right. And that's it. You know, the end of the month is so crazy and hectic, and you feel like you want to pull your hair out, especially when you're promoting. But for those of you who aren't promoting to a rank this month, why not get yourself boxed so that way next month you can promote? So just believe that you can, and that's what will happen when you put in the work, just like Stasia did, and just like so many of you guys are as well. It's just all about the person and the drive, and I mean, if you have that, then you will do great. But if you're, you know, stuck in your head and you're upset and you're believing that it's just not going to happen, or, you know, whatever it is, or maybe something got to you and it's got you down, just know that that's going to hold you back, and you're the only person who can change that around to move forward. So, you know, if you believe you can or can't do this, you are completely right. But, you know, I really hope that everyone gets on the Zoom tomorrow at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. because, you know, it's working for everybody. So it can work for you too. You just got to do it.
Yeah, and I think something too that we need to mention is that you have to, a lot of people have like us like being scared of I know like somebody just asked this too, like being new, or like your size, your shape, your status, what you look like, who you are, like none of that even matters when it comes to anything in the business, really. Like you don't have to look a certain way, weigh a certain amount, you know, you don't have to be a certain, like nothing. Like there is no perfect mold. You can do this no matter what. It's just all in your head. And I love this because, you know, for me, like we'll have people that come and say like, okay, I've been in this business a year, but I'm not going anywhere. The first question that I'm going to ask you is, are you consistent? Do you post every day? Are you active? You know, if you choose social media as your way to work, if you're not consistent, you're not going to go anywhere. Your paycheck is going to show that you show up occasionally. And occasionally, you know, showing up occasionally gets you an occasionally paycheck. And then showing up, you know, daily means you're going to get a daily paycheck. You know, that's the coolest thing ever is like, I know a lot of you guys, you know, or some of you work a full-time job. And let me ask you this. What happens when your coworker slacks and you pick up their work? You work harder, right, to pick up their work because your boss is like, oh my God, Katie, you do such a good job. I want you to pick up Sarah's job too. Like, cause you know, she's a slacker. So if you could just cover some of her, like her slack, but do I get a raise? No, I don't. I just have to pick up her slack because I'm employed. But with this, you work harder, you make more money. So don't put yourself in that mold. Like let yourself grow and don't compare yourself to me and where I'm at now. Don't compare yourself to anybody in this team and where they're at, because guess what? We've all been there, and this could be our chapter like 50 and you're on chapter 1. So there's different things, you know, people learn as they go and they grow at different speeds, but for the majority and the most part, if you're consistent and you're on trainings and you take the time to learn, you will sign distributors. You will sign customers. If you want to sign customers, you'll be on that power hour tomorrow at 10 a.m. because Stasia didn't pull in 2,000 volume by not working. She obviously has the strategy that's working and she's willing to share it with you. Make sure you're on that if you want to sign some customers and you want to make some money. If you're struggling, get on it, okay? Same thing with distributors. If you're struggling, watch videos. That's all I do when I first started and I had no idea what I was doing. How do I sign distributors? Well, you post about your life. What are your goals? Where are you going? Boom. People want that. They see you have drive. Even as a new distributor, talk about how in March you're going to promote to Ruby and make $500 a month. You know what $500 a month will do for like 99% of the world? It'll change everything. So talk about right?
Save their butts.
Yeah, it'll save their butts. Like literally foreclosure, car payments, you know, so many different things. Like people are going through these problems and $500 would save them. You know, I had somebody tell me a potential the other day. They told me, they literally said, when I asked them, I said, what kind of income do you want? They said, well, really, even $30 would be great. $30. 30, okay? And that is like your dream. You're thinking way too big if you think people are like aren't going to need 30, 50, $100 a month, because in that position, you know, realistically, I wanted 200 to 300 when I started, but shoot, $100 would have been great. You know, that would have been a lot extra. That would have been a lot of extra money for us at that time. So don't be afraid to say, I made $25 Rap Cash. This week I sold 5 keto packets and I made $25. You know, that's gas money. That's grocery money. That's whatever it is for you. Like, that's formula money. That's white money. You know, whatever your situation is, don't be afraid that that $25 might look too small, because $25 could save somebody, you know, put gas in their car for them to get to work. And yeah, don't forget to redeem your coins tonight. For anybody that's been in the business since January through February, if you sign customers and distributors, you have coins. Go in there and redeem them. It's under the It Works Office app. Which is, you guys should already have that. But it's, you guys know it's green, okay? And you can go in. It looks like this. You go in, you click your coins, make sure you redeem. You just click the amount of coins you have up in the top corner, and then it'll say, wait, prizes, I think? Yeah, click prizes, and then you can pick whatever products that you want or that you have enough coins for or whatever, and then you pick what you want out of those, and then you can get it for free. And it's just no shipping, no tax, nothing. So, and that's needs to be done by tonight. So don't forget to do it. Like, do it like right now. They disappear right now after midnight. The 26th is the last day. So that's what I understood so far with that, as far as like the coins go. I think pretty much that was pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions about distributors, customers, anything as far as being on the Power Hour tomorrow at 10 o'clock? Yes, no?
And let me just say, for those of you who are saying your family or your friends are telling you that you're not going to make any money with this, screw them. Like, that is so rude that people that love you and are always there for you and a part of your family don't support you. But you know what? Even as hard as that is sometimes, you got to think, instead of letting that get you down and quit, let that be something that drives you to prove them wrong. And when they see maybe your third or fourth paycheck and then you finally get that comma in it, let me tell you, that's the best feeling ever when you have a comma in your paycheck. Show that to them and say, thanks for doubting me, but I did it anyway.
Yeah, guys, and your parents, your sisters, you know, your cousins, your grandmas, whatever, you know, they don't quite understand this because this is different, okay? Like, they're different.
It's not the normal. It's not the norm.
It's not normal. They're not going to be on board 100%. Well, most of them will not be on board.
But you know what they would be on board for? You picking up a second job and having less time with your kids.
Yeah, so let's just ignore any negative. Like, anytime somebody says negative, I just kick them out, because you know what? If I would have listened to that, I would make 5 figures a month with It Works, okay? I would still be slaving. And even as a nurse with a degree, I still wouldn't make that. So ignore them. Tomorrow, thank you, Seja. Make sure you bring your hundreds list, print out your Facebook friends list, and bring your potential loyal customer list. If you're brand new, just print out the people that I want you to make a list of like 30 people that you think could use the product. Look through the products. Who do you know that could use that? Make a list of that, and then print out your Facebook list. And your Facebook list, I want to say, I know I posted a video about it in the page one time. I'll have to see. Let me look really quick so I can tell you guys what to search. Facebook. Because I don't know what it was. Okay, I found it. All right, so let me hashtag this so you guys can find it. I'm going to hashtag print. So it takes a while, okay? So it's not going to be like something that you can do at like 9:50. You want to make sure you get it done like now. You can go into the team page and hashtag print, and you're going to find where how to print it off. It'll usually take, I would say, like 15 to 20, maybe sometimes an hour. So like, just get it started. You have to like wait for the thing to like load up on your computer, and then you can print it out. But other than that, that is it. We will see you guys on the Power Hour tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bring your lists. and we're going to walk you through exactly what you need to do so that everybody on that power hour can sign at least one customer at the very least. If you don't have access to a printer, you can still download it and open it up on like Word. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. If you guys need anything else, feel free to let me know. And I know somebody else asked if this is being recorded. So yes, it is being recorded. I will post the recording as soon as it's done saving, and I will upload it to my YouTube. Bye, guys.